Look at this face. This is an "are you kidding me" face. The face of someone who has just listened to a bunch of outrageous lies.
I didn't say I wasn't interested in working on it. It's not me saying I can't work on it. Why'd you move so quickly on it then?
Quickly?
I normally just disregard her opinion.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying?
His sheer determination to obliterate MERI's spirit just absolutely crushed this woman for the gall of spending 32 years married to KODY, in combination with his demented statements and odd requests to keep her in his life, despite literally ghosting her, letting him know she's getting a spiritual divorce, gives us what ends up being one of the most bizarre confrontations I've ever witnessed on this show.
We agreed the relationship isn't going to progress.
You're right, we did.
Okay.
All we need is just a little patience.
I gotta tell you, there is a lot for me to make fun of this episode. Strap in, we're in for a ride. We are going to get a condensed Christmas segment here, where the same man who's been nonstop about his 3 wives leaving him is going to appear absolutely elated about his first Christmas that he gets to spend with just his favorite.
This Christmas is the first Christmas where I was just with one wife and her children.
There's so much that's unwrapped here. That's KODY.
This is the fun Robin.
Robin likes to wrap all the presents. A lot of work, so we're usually up way late.
Robin does this thing. She's so funny. She wraps the presents. Just a lot of work, because we've been draining our account spending on the Tinders, so the ex-wives won't get the access there, so it's a lot of work. We learn MERI is with Amber and Lisa. No family for MERI. She's got Amber. She's got Lisa. It's Amber, MERI, and Lisa. We get back to the real heart of this show, confessionals, and they ask MERI why she isn't joining KODY and Robin during Christmas.
Why would I do that? That makes no sense. That will never happen. Like, our marriage is over. I'm not gonna just go be a third wheel.
Thank you! It makes no sense to spend Christmas with a man whose last communication was... And just so you know, KODY, MERI's doing fine. She's got Lisa and Amber, and they are clinking their hot chocolate mugs. Not once, but twice in 2 minutes. Putting Janelle talking about how she's so used to Christine cooking every Christmas over the sad holiday music is funny.
When it gets time to cook some of those foods that I never participated in the making of, I'm like, oh, I had to look up a recipe, and then I had to try to remember what everybody did. So
I just have never participated in cooking before. I really just multiple hours? You have to cook a turkey for multiple hours? Like, why don't we just put it in the microwave? Has anybody ever thought about that?
The best part of Christmas for me is that the kids had a good Christmas.
Best part of Christmas for me was getting to sit on my bathroom floor at 1 a.m. doing the Robin Gets Vulnerable selfie video.
Who's that?
If you thought the return of Dr. Bean was something, wait till you hear about the return of Aspen's train conductor hat. Choo-choo, all aboard! I frankly love it. Like, this is Aspen's thing now. She owns train conductor hats in the TLC reality landscape. And also, she's getting mega points with her mother-in-law.
Nope. What were you guys' first impressions of David?
Mom, can we talk about your dating life later? Christine tells us everything she was looking for in a man.
When I left KODY, I decided I wanted to find someone who was bald.
When I left, I just really wanted a cue ball head. Anything that's the opposite of a potato with roots growing out of it. Anything that doesn't resemble that guy from Indiana Jones who drank out of the wrong cup and then he turned into a skeleton with hair growing out of it. Peyton comes in during the conversation. At some point, Truly has arrived as well.
Truly, can I ask you a question and get an honest answer from you? Like, can I get a legit...
Yes, I would like Mom to get her stinky feet out of my face.
What do you think about David?
My favorite thing about David is how he's been there for all 8 of the children he chose to have.
He reminds me of KODY.
Oh, God.
Oh, fine.
Wow, look at McKelty's face. Even I, McKelty, wouldn't have gone that far.
David is 8 years older than I am. He's about...
All I know was like the 80s are my jam.
Then the show doesn't go off the train tracks. The center of the earth opens up and swallows the train whole. Like, we are now doing I Love the 80s, Sister Wives edition.
I loved the 80s.
Gen X, we're the feral generation. What a great time to be alive. You got music videos. You got fashion. Duran Duran.
Gen X, what a great time to be alive. Just when I had a full head of hair and all the chicks at the AUB wanted to be my first wife. Fashion, bright colors, Duran Duran. And I'm hungry like the wolf. Ow!
You're taking it the hardest. Can we be honest about that? I feel like you're more protective of me than anyone else.
Oh yeah, you've been staying up all night, haven't you? Crying about your mommy, moving on from your daddy. Did you write it in your notebook about how sad you were that mommy's moving on? Were you up all night making sad TikToks about it? I learned your generation likes to treat TikTok like a journal. I learned that on TikTok.
So she's divorced. She's only been divorced for a little bit.
I'm sorry, but these dating streets weren't ready for crazy Christine, and Isabel knows it. She knows her mom just spent the last 30 years married to a guy who got grossed out by her eating nachos. And now she's like a feral young Christian teen or something who's like, oh, yeah, I know I just graduated high school and met this guy 5 minutes ago, but like, I'm gonna marry him, you know? It's only been 2 dates, but I'm gonna marry him, right? That's fine, right?
I thought it was fine. I do, however, think you guys are moving so fast.
I proposed to Tony before 2 months.
McKelty's like, I proposed to Tony after 2 months, and then we went on national television and faked him proposing to me.
I'm not talking about you right now.
Just
I'm
saying.
talking about Mom.
Is there a way we could possibly go 5 minutes without making this about you, McKelty? And the kids, they're basically having to watch their 50-year-old mother go through puberty all over again.
How is that with you guys seeming physically affectionate?
I like it.
So we kiss and we hug in front of our kids. It's a whole new world for them. And David and I just don't care.
David and I, yeah, we kiss. That's the thing that couples do, kissing. And I didn't get to do it for like 30 years. The other day, I grazed against his shoulder, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But then I remembered, I'm not married to KODY anymore. I can totally graze against his shoulder. And you know what? David slaps my butt. There, I said it. They bring David into confessional to pretend we haven't met him 14 times already. And we get this odd comment about a burrito.
I would like you to meet David.
Ta-da!
My boyfriend. Isn't that the dumbest word? This is David.
I'm your burrito.
Okay, that's probably inappropriate.
It's only weird because Christine lets us know it's weird. Christine, I'm your burrito. Inappropriate. Inappropriate. So, I guess the burrito nickname is it is. That was one of the first things I taught her. How to eat my burrito. All right, let's move on from the David and Christine stuff. We head over to Maddie and Caleb's place, where the two of them plus Janelle are having a Coyote Pass convo.
I talked to your dad and I just said I want you just to buy me out.
Janelle explains KODY has told her that he does not have him and Robin's portion of the money to pay off Coyote Pass. Which, obviously, when you drain all your bank accounts to make sure your ex-wives don't get access to any of them, you have to learn the lesson of, well, now I'm looking at paying off Coyote Pass with a couple dozen prints and one very large Dickens Christmas Village collection. The more talked about part of this episode is this insane conversation KODY has when he drives over to Mary's place.
I don't know where she's at ever. Well, don't blame me for not loving you. I was doing my duty. Blame yourself if I don't love you, okay?
I think this is going to go down as one of the most memorable lines in the show's history. He's just unhinged. He looks like a rabid dog. They start discussing their divorce, and it's clear KODY is mad that Mary went to their church's spiritual leaders, their old church's spiritual leaders, and their leaders were like, yeah, clearly this guy abandoned you. Here you go. Here's your spiritual release.
I'm not saying anything
interested
about
in working
owning.
on it.
Mary, I'm on the bridge waiting. KODY, I'm not coming. Mary, does our relationship still have a chance? KODY, absolutely not. No, you bore me, and I can't stand physically being in your presence.
Anything.
I did say I could fake through it.
Now, remember last season's finale? Don't act like I didn't offer to keep taking your money while cutting off all contact with you. Mary's like, oh, I remember. Because remember, I told you actually aren't that great at hiding it?
I'm not interested in faking a
But that's not me
relationship.
saying I can't work on it.
Look at Mary's face. She's genuinely confused because it makes no sense.
But that's not me saying I can't work on it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Offering to pretend to be in a relationship with somebody is actually not trying.
I didn't know we were having a fight here because I'm not
sorry.
open to that.
It's
I will shut that down.
You're trying to make me.
What I say? I said I will shut that down.
Mary's like, what are you doing? You know you're about to look like a idiot, right? You spent the entire last season telling everyone you never loved me. And then when I texted you and I was like, hey, getting that spiritual divorce started, you ghosted me.
I'm
not
sorry.
open to that.
It's not.
I'll
It's not.
shut it
Mary.
down right now.
Kick his ass, Mary! Kick his ass! Kick him out, Mary! Do it! Do it, Mary! We got you. We got you, girl. Do it! Mary tries to break things down as if he was a 4-year-old.
You had a part in it. I had a part in it. I took the steps and we're done.
Moving on, moving forward together.
There's no moving forward together.
Right.
The only thing I can make sense of here is that KODY has, for Robin's sake, been pretending that he ever gave a shit about Mary. And Robin, who we've recently been hearing really respected the elders of her church, probably wasn't thrilled with the cold water thrown in her face of, yeah, we're classifying this as KODY abandoning all 3 of his wives. And now KODY is having to scramble. Because I guarantee you back at home, when she found out about the abandonment thing, Robin was dry crying her eyes out. Just, abandonment. But then, if they think the abandonment, I'm a good sister, my porch fantasy. But what if everybody knows that I was the favorite? But I'm a great sister wife, right? But they're gonna tell them, right? The spiritual leaders, they're gonna tell everybody that it wasn't my fault, right? I want to take special note of this confessional we get from Queen Mary, who, even though basically the whole fan base has given her a pass, she does take accountability here.
The breakdown of mine and KODY's relationship is definitely not all on him because I definitely have my part in it.
I can't stomach listening to KODY's denial of the abandonment, but he definitely denies the abandonment.
I just don't believe that that's true at all. She was never abandoned.
He could have been involved. He could have gone to the meeting with me.
He couldn't even stop himself from abandoning me during the spiritual divorce proceedings. Then KODY's like, oh, why'd you move so quickly?
Why'd you move so quickly on it?
Quickly? It's interesting that you're saying that it's quickly.
I don't really... What? Did you say something? Did I say something? Oh, was I talking just then? I don't really remember my lines. And then... this.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6, and it rattled me.
It all goes back to when Sonny divorced Cher. It was a tough time in my childhood. I was 6. I kept trying to tell my friends about Sonny and Cher. And they were like, that guy must be gay.
I know damn well that I don't want to be in this relationship.
I didn't say I wasn't interested in working on it.
Cody's like, that wasn't me. In that scene we're currently in right now in this episode, that wasn't me. Actually, Robin hypnotized me before I shot this scene. That's the only way I would be in the same room as Mary. They give us what is, for me, the most irritating line in the history of the show.
I wish I wouldn't have ever married her.
Cool. So tell us again how Gabe was making all that stuff up about you waiting to marry Robin.
And because whatever I did was never enough.
I'm scared.
I should have gotten out of the relationship 25 years ago.
But I'm also asking you to believe I'm still willing to try.
You don't know you're in a bad relationship until you're in a normal relationship that has deep emotional intimacy. Deep emotional intimacy.
You're like this, and then you come up out of the ground and you're like, wah, wah.
Instead of some people call it F&F, and the second word is fight. That doesn't create intimacy. That just creates.
I'm in a hero.
It's not divorce that sucks, it's marrying the wrong person.
Wow. Okay.
At this point, Mary's like, wow, you're actually saying this to my face. Wow, I'm just now processing actually how terrible of a human being you are. Kody finishes up his I never loved you and didn't bother showing up to the spiritual divorce proceedings conversation with Mary with, but I like you now.
I do have a wife who says that Mary is our family and you need to have her come over for Christmas.
Will somebody cue the Kody's not one to be run by his wives line Robin gave us several seasons ago?
Kody is not somebody to be run by one of his wives.
I mean, I cannot keep up with the amount of clips I have to go back and find every time Kody and Robin contradict themselves. It's like, I only have a week to get these recaps out. I can't even keep up. I love the you look Mary gives Kody, and by proxy, Robin, who is still trying to hook Mary in to her, like, distorted, messed up, I want to force her to be around somebody who is then going to complain that he can't get to put his paws all over me one time a year that the wife I hate most comes over. Like, Mary told on you, Robin. Mary said to the cameras, that don't text me. So, get out of here, Robin. You just want to use her. In the 2 seconds after Kody gets done telling Mary that his favorite wife, Robin, has instructed him to invite Mary to Christmas, it appears to dawn on him that this may contradict the narrative they've been constantly spewing that Robin has no control over Kody.
I normally just disregard her opinion.
No, you don't.
I must point out Mary's face.
Oh, yes, I do.
This is the funniest she's ever heard in her life.
I just hope that in the future, Mary will call me when she's got something fun to share.
I just hope that in the future, Mary texts me when she's got something fun to share. And then I'll just not text her back. Isn't it fun when you ghost somebody you hate? It'll be like old times, me abandoning Mary again. Can't wait. Well, anyways, join me next week as I continue to cover this show and recap episode 7.